So it's springtime and life is good. The weather is beautiful and food is easy to come by, but you know,
winter is coming.
And you want to be prepared for the trying times to come. The biggest issue is food. You won't be bringing in any harvests in winter, and what you are stockpiling seems to go bad quickly if it is not eaten. Well, you have two options in the research tree to help solve your problems. The first option here is not very vegan friendly, but it does give you access to the smokehouse. The smokehouse might seem straightforward enough, but there is more going on here than meets the eye. To make sure that we get smoked meat stored away for the winter, we have to dig into the supply chain management that the game has. I know there was a deer around here somewhere. Haha, I found you. Pernelli has decided that she had better pray before she goes to hunt that deer, so may the restitutionist god give you a good aim. Alright, Pernelli, get after it. I need this deer as a visual aid. Animal carcasses are stage 1 of the meat food chain, and they get turned into raw meat here at the butcher table. It is at this point that the supply chain forks. Raw meat can either be turned into cooked meat here at the campfire via the meals, or it can be smoked, which will preserve it for all time here at the smokehouse. What I have found is that my settlers enjoy eating the meat as soon as they get it, rather than putting it away for later in the smokehouse. The fix is to go in here with the edit tab and then select which items you want to be able to be turned into meals. If you have any other types that you want to leave off of their normal meal prep, then you can go ahead and set that here. The red currant is another great item because it can be turned into wine, and so you don't necessarily want some of those red currants finding their way into the villager's stew. Now the only way your raw meat is going to be processed is going to be turned into smoke meat here at the smokehouse, but there is still nothing stopping your villagers from snacking away on the jerky in the spring and summertime before they need it for winter. Going to the Manage tab allows you to guarantee that your winter stores do not get pilfered early on. You have Manage Food here, all food, and so you can select here to set your villagers to only eat prepared meals, which are guaranteed to not contain meat. You can then change this later on in the winter if you so wish. Or you can really dig into the nuances here with Edit Food Profiles and select exactly what you want your villagers to be able to consume. Once you research all the way to Preserving Food 2, you unlock the packaged meal, and now you are pretty much good to go. With this upgrade, your basic meals can have the eternal preserving goodness of being wrapped in a shirt stripped off the corpse of your deceased enemies. I mean, seriously, this is an insane flex to have your lunch bag be literally clothing from somebody that you killed. It is just as efficient in terms of food as the basic meal. It just requires the additional clothing fabric to be able to make it a packaged meal, and these meals do not decay over time. If you find yourself ever running short on cloth, you can head over to the sewing station and dismantle items for cloth, and given the pacing of raids in the game, you will never have a shortage of well-clothed individuals coming to drop off additional cloth for you. If you're playing on sandbox mode without raids, I really don't have anything for you. Maybe wait for an update when the developers make your serfs smart enough to keep sheep. For completeness sake, I should add that once you research fermenting, you can go to your brew station, create vinegar, and then create pickled vegetables, which will also be preserved. But this is even after you have gotten Preserving Food 2, or after you have the opportunity to be able to pick up Preserving Food 2. You can get it at the same time. But Preserving Food 2 has a shorter supply chain, so it is the better one to go for, and will give you the same result of being able to have food that will last all winter. Like if you enjoyed the video, comment on if there is anything else that you would like to see a guide for, or potentially a challenge to see me do in this game, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one. Yeah, the crest is supposed to be orange. It said it was orange in the creator, but now it looks more red.